history is full of firsts.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Many of those firsts shaped our way of life. For 70 years, KPRC Channel 2 has been proud to be pioneers in shaping television and Houston history.
In a state the size of Texas, everyone can enjoy.
Causing the storms Thursday. Minutes before 9 o'clock, the crew's here telling them.
For the first time in a long, they highlighted. As soon as some of your men.
Isn't it good to work for a place that has a sense of history? And indeed it is.
See, taking the president from Spring to College Station, fellas.
If you have something you'd like Channel 2 Investigates to check out, call the tip line at 713-223-TIPS or email investigates@click2houston.com. Live from KPRC, this is Channel 2 News at 6.
DWI, 3 letters that put everybody on our roads at risk and making things even more dangerous. Repeat offenders, drunk drivers already arrested before, doing it again and again and again. A Channel 2 investigation has found that nearly a quarter of all DWI arrests are repeat offenders.
And sadly, these cases often result in someone getting hurt or killed. That happened just last night. A man killed in Northwest Harris County. Investigators say the driver of the other car, Jeffrey Davis, was intoxicated, making this his 4th DWI arrest.
Tonight, Channel 2 investigator Robert Arnold talks to somebody else who lost a loved one to a drunk driver, and he asks police and prosecutors what's being done to get them off the streets.
It didn't make any sense. I mean, he'd just been at dinner. Last thing he said to me was, "Love you, I'll see you at home."
For Miss Ann Childers, mornings are the worst.
Because when you wake up, you realize it's real.
In 2018, Wayne Childers, husband and father of 4, had the misfortune of crossing paths with Owen McNett. Sheriff's deputies say McNett was drunk when he blew through a stop sign at Telge in Boudreaux.
The accident happened 2 miles from this house, and I have to drive by the scene every day. Every day.
Before slamming into Childers' car, McNett had 5 prior drunk driving convictions.
This affects us for the rest of our lives.
Channel 2 Investigates analyzed 2 years of DWI arrests in Harris, Montgomery, Galveston, and Fort Bend counties. Out of the more than 41,000 cases, 22% involved repeat offenders.
How much you have to drink tonight?
I didn't drink anything.
Nothing at all?
Sergeant Don Egdorf
You didn't have your hands on the steering wheel.
I think I did.
is the head of HPD's DWI task force. He's also on the National Board of Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
Just saying don't drink and drive doesn't work. There's a lot of people with DWI, people don't feel like it's a crime.
But I feel like it's a mistake.
Yeah, for the most part.
Egdorf says this is why many departments like HPD are working to beef up DWI patrols, so catching drunks on the road is a more consistent effort and not just seasonal.
The hope is that that's enough to convince people that are having that maybe I can make it home thought and turn that into let me take an Uber home.
Chief of the District Attorney's Vehicular Crimes Division, Sean Tier, says the other struggle is stopping a person from becoming a repeat offender before they kill someone.
At the end of the day, we've got to change these people's behavior.
Tier says years of throwing the book at all drunk drivers didn't work. The DA's office then started a diversion program, which gives first offenders a second chance. So far, the program has a less than 1% recidivism rate. But not everyone learns.
Can I see Christopher Gibbs?
Christopher Gibbs racked up 4 DWIs in less than a year. The DA's office finally seized his car, something Tier says the DA's office is considering doing more often in cases like this. Longer prison sentences are also now on the table in cases like John Greco, who had 4 prior DWIs before slamming his truck into a pair of cars and several street signs.
Those people go to prison. Those people need to go to prison.
When someone is killed,
Mr. McNett?
in McNett's case, he's not charged with intoxication manslaughter. He's charged with murder.
He had already gone to prison on 3 separate occasions for DWI. It didn't help.
I don't ever want him to be out on the streets again, because obviously he's going to do it again.
All right, so Robert, after watching this story, how is it that these drivers are able to rack up all of these DWI arrests before going to prison?
That was one of the first questions we asked Sean Tuer, and he explained it. It's not until a person's 3rd arrest on DWI charges that it becomes a felony and prison even becomes an option. But even then, a lot of prosecutors try and give people a chance to change that behavior through a lengthy probation, and juries are reluctant to send people away because many people have driven under the influence themselves and they feel bad for the person facing charges. Now, Tier says it's not until the 4th or 5th arrest that prosecutors and juries start really pushing for prison time. Dominique, Keith?
Eye-opening for sure, Robert. Thank you. Thank you.
And we have new information from a breaking news story we've been following since our 4 o'clock newscast today. A robbery suspect now in custody after leading Houston police on a chase through a northeast Houston neighborhood. The suspect crashed into a ditch right along Brettshire Drive. We just learned this from the scene. Police are saying the suspect was wanted in connection to a carjacking that happened yesterday in the city of Bel Air. Authorities spotted the man driving the stolen white pickup this afternoon. They attempted to pull the 18-year-old driver over, but he refused to stop. He then led police on a chase that lasted about 10 minutes. HPD says the man is going to be charged with evading arrest.
And now to a story you'll see only on 2, a scratch-off ticket cheating scheme. A store clerk accused of using a secret and illegal trick to weed out the tickets with high-dollar winnings. Channel 2's Marianne Martinez is live at the Spring Branch area at the store where that clerk worked. Marianne.
Keith, well, this involves scratch-off tickets sold here at this store. Now, this is just a $2 ticket. I didn't win anything. But the charges against the clerk rise to the level of a felony because the tickets that were involved had prizes of up to $1 million. Omar Ali in court today, accused of tampering with scratch-off tickets.
It basically has to do with lottery tickets that apparently were being pinpricked and examined before they were actually dispensed.
Prosecutors say Ali, an employee at Timewise Food Store on the Katy Freeway in Wirt for the last 8 years, was scratching tickets before they were sold. Court documents say he would use a pen to make very small scratches in the bonus box to see if the ticket was an instant winner or not. At least 2 customers noticed the scratches and reported it to authorities.
I don't want to buy none from here. I wouldn't.
Court documents do not say what Ali was doing with the winning tickets. The Texas Lottery Commission did not want to comment. Landmark Industries, the company that owns the gas station, also did not want to comment.
Taken away from the customers. But it ain't right, though.
Now, that 31-year-old clerk was booked into jail and is now out on bond. No word from the company on if he still works here. Reporting live, Marianne Martinez, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
And now to an update that you saw first on 2 at 5 o'clock. The arrest of a man wanted for a deadly accident at an auto shop in December. We are told that man surrendered to police today. Investigators say on December 17th, Joseph Robichaud was backing up a van at the North Houston body shop at a high rate of speed when he hit a car that was elevated and being worked on. That car, which was sitting on blocks, fell and it crushed Arturo Galindo Sr., who was working underneath that vehicle. It also pinned another employee between 2 cars. Police say that was when Robichaud left the scene.
I really don't know what I would tell him if it was in front of me. I really don't. I mean, I don't know. I don't even hate the guy. I just want to know what happened. He took my dad away. My dad's not coming back.
Robichaud was charged with 2 counts of failure to stop and render aid. He has since bonded out of jail.
A gruesome discovery at a construction site in North Harris County. That is where deputies found what's believed to be the remains of a fetus. Deputies got the call around 8:30 this morning from a construction worker. The remains were found inside one of the buildings they were working on. Sheriff Ed Gonzalez says at this time they are unable to confirm if the fetus is human.
It's very, very small. It's very difficult just to be able to really tell by the naked eye. So we do have the Institute of Forensic Sciences coming out here.
We are told it typically takes 48 hours for exam results, but with a case like this, it could take longer.
He is one of the former HPD officers charged in connection with the deadly Harding Street raid. And while his case moves forward, another case tied to Gerald Goins is making headlines. It is a 2011 drug conviction that Goins was investigating officer, and now the man convicted of that crime has been declared innocent by a judge. Channel 2's Phil Archer live tonight with this new development for a man named Otis Mallett Jr. Phil?
Yeah, the judge says she'll recommend Mallett be declared innocent after hearing evidence today that former Officer Goins gave false testimony during his trial and withheld evidence. Otis Mallett Jr. was charged with intent to deliver cocaine in 2008 and sentenced to 8 years in prison. Former narcotics officer Gerald Goins testified at his trial that he paid Mallett and his brother $200 for the drugs. But today, District Attorney Kim Ogg joined with Mallett's attorneys to ask that Mallett be declared actually innocent.
We know that former HPD officer Gerald Goins was lying about drug busts and that this individual, Otis Mallett, was framed as early as 2008.
Ogg says evidence uncovered jointly by prosecutors and the defense shows that Goins gave false testimony in the trial, that he never paid Mallett and his brother the money, and that Goins withheld other information that might have aided their defense.
The district attorney's office was actually used by Gerald Goins to wrongfully convict Otis Mallett.
This new evidence of corruption by Goins goes back more than a decade before he was charged with murder and federal civil rights violations as the architect of the 2019 Harding Street drug raid that left homeowners Dennis Tuttle and Regina Nicholas dead. Goins was called to testify in a hearing on the Mallett case last month, but refused, citing his Fifth Amendment rights. Mallett served 2 years of an 8-year sentence. He's been fighting to clear his name since his release. His pastor says it's been tough for Mallett and his family.
It's a shame that it took death of somebody else's life for justice to come to him and his family.
The Mallett case, just one of 14,000 cases involving Goins, currently under review by the district attorney's office. Judge Ramona Franklin says she'll recommend to the State Court of Criminal Appeals that Mallett be declared innocent. The CCA is the only body that can make that call. And we tried to contact Goins' attorney today, but so far we've been unsuccessful. Reporting live downtown at the CJC, I'm Phil Archer, KPRC Channel 2 News.
A crime alert all new at 6 tonight. Police working to find the thief or thieves responsible for breaking into 3 apartments in Sugar Land over the weekend. Investigators tell us it happened Saturday at the foundations at Edgewater along Settlers Way Boulevard. Police say the crook got away with spare keys to a family's vehicles, also cash and jewelry. Residents say this isn't the first time the apartment complex has had break-ins. We're told just a few weeks ago, crooks broke into 3 vehicles.
Well, certainly a warm day, breezy too, and Tuesday looks pretty much the same. We're going to enjoy that, and then we're going to put a big break on it as we get into Wednesday, some winter weather for parts of the state. The upside is a magnificent weekend once again. I'll have it all straight ahead. Randy?
All right, Frank, NFL season is over. The 50-year drought is also over for the Kansas City Chiefs. How the Super Bowl champs and MVP Patrick Mahomes spent part of the day before heading home to their fired-up fan base. Ahead in sports.
And I'm Sion Rhodes live in Iowa, where it is almost caucus time. Places like this filling up all over the state. I'll have a live report coming up.
Starting at $24.
You're watching Channel 2, Houston's home for news.
After months and in some cases years of campaigning, the first contest for Democratic presidential hopefuls is here. The Iowa caucuses we're talking about happening tonight.
Yes, Iowans gathering in churches, schools, and gymnasiums to voice their choice for the Democratic nominee. Our Sion Rhodes live in one of those sites. She's in Ankeny, Iowa, which is near Des Moines. Hi, Sion.
Hi, Dominique. Let me give you a look at how things are shaping up so far. Each of the candidates represented here has their own section, and that's where the supporters will be when they finally break off to show who they want to be the next Democratic presidential nominee.
Today is the last mile.
Democratic presidential candidates in Iowa today giving their final campaign pushes before tonight's caucuses.
You gonna win today? I think it's going to be a big day for us. I think so.
Iowa Democrats will take the first real vote Monday night in choosing a candidate to face off against President Donald Trump.
Here's how I view the Iowa caucuses. It's always a great start to see who the front runners are.
Mark Murray is senior political director for NBC News.
He or she who ends up winning the Iowa caucuses doesn't always guarantee you winning the Democratic nomination.
But the outcome could determine which campaigns carry on or collapse.
When you talk about momentum, you talk about money, you talk about these people have been campaigning in Iowa for a year, and if they can't make their case here, the question becomes, well, where can you make your case?
All right, so you see representatives from the campaigns right here at the door, hoping that they can get a hold of some of those undecided voters. A latest poll showing about 40% of Iowans said they hadn't made up their mind yet. They're going to have to make a decision tonight. We'll have the results coming up at 10. We're live in Ankeny, Iowa. Sion Rhodes, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Thanks, Sion. Meanwhile, a big announcement coming tomorrow when we learn the final artists heading to the Houston Rodeo.
Yeah, we already know the 17 concert headliners, but remember, we do not know yet who will be performing on the 3 Friday dates. That changes tomorrow. The Friday performers will be revealed at 3 yet-to-be-announced Houston area schools. As soon as each name is revealed, we will let you know on click2houston.com. That's also where you can see the remaining lineup, those 17 performers.
What we can announce is that there's a cold front coming.
There is a cold front coming. Yeah, what a nice weekend.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
I know. I have another one for you, too.
All right.
It's just all this stuff in between that we got to get through. I know. So this is the way our morning started. Look at that. That was Monday morning. This was 7:04 a.m. And then it didn't take long.
Nope, it didn't.
Here come the clouds.
The clouds. But I'll tell you what, the rain really has been hard to find. I'll show you the radar in a second. I want to show you these numbers. 76 degrees for a high today. Not so far away from the record. Tomorrow's record 79. We may get very close to that. 75 in Galveston, the record today, but only made it to 72. Right now, it's still warm all the way across the board. Upper 60s, low 70s, fairly common. There's a look at the wind, still at 15, 14 miles an hour. We had a wind advisory until 6. That was allowed to expire. They may reissue it. The bottom line is it's still breezy, and we still have these winds out there gusting to 21, 24 miles an hour. I don't think that's going to just suddenly stop either. So count on a fairly breezy wind even into tomorrow. Now there's the radar, and it looks impressive, but if you really look at it, nothing is actually reaching the ground. So we can't get anything in the rain gauges. So it's still fairly dry out there in the lower levels. You may see a bit of a spritz on the windshield. That's going to be about it. We may moisten things up a little tomorrow, so perhaps a 30% chance of a shower, but that's going to be it for tomorrow. And then Wednesday is the big change day. There's a front that's really wrapping up around this area here in New Mexico. You see a little bit of that. That's going to continue to slide our way. So that, along with this high, that's what's bringing in the windy conditions. So until the front really gets through here and gets out of here, I think it's going to be breezy all the way around. But notice tomorrow afternoon, I'll put a pause point right here, and this is 4 o'clock on Tuesday. Maybe a scattered shower like today, but mostly it's just clouds and wind, and that's going to be about it. We get to Wednesday morning, that's when the front starts to move through. You'll notice up to the north, especially north of Dallas, some freezing rain and snow potential, 4 to 8 inches across the panhandle. So 7 a.m. Wednesday, the front comes through here with some rain, but out of here by Wednesday afternoon. So we're back to clouds, maybe even a peak of sunshine, but the cold air is in place. You put the cold air in place and put more moisture in there, maybe a wintry burst. This was a lot more impressive just an hour ago, and now the models are backing off on this a bit, which doesn't surprise me, but it's something we'll watch for early Thursday morning before we get to that beautiful weekend. In the meantime, FutureCast temperatures tomorrow morning in the 60s. Highs tomorrow could see the 80s out to the west, and then things begin to change on Wednesday. So you'll notice Wednesday morning, some of you are in the 40s, some of you are in the 70s, but all of us are in the 50s as we get into Wednesday afternoon. So it's really going to start pulling in that cool air on Wednesday. And then Thursday morning, that's when we get very close to freezing out to the west with 36 to 38 in town. So we'll watch for a cold one on Thursday. Thursday. Not a lot of rain with this. You can see across the board there's heavier rains up to our northeast, but maybe a half an inch, and that's really going to be about it. So your power planner, you might take an umbrella just to be on the safe side. I wouldn't worry about a sweater. We're right there 67, 68 all the way through, but it's going to be breezy, I think, right on into tomorrow morning and again tomorrow. Power planner 78 for tomorrow. There's that front on National Weather Person's Day on Wednesday, 60% chance of precipitation, and then early Thursday is that 20%. And then we warm up again, 72 and 74 Saturday and Sunday with beautiful skies. Galveston Marathon is on Sunday. Gets a little messy again as we get into next week. But if we can get through this little cold snap, and it really is a snap, it doesn't last long. We'll get through that, and then we'll be on to another beautiful weekend.
Okay. That's
Boy, rinse and repeat. We like it.
We do like that.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Randy joining us now. He's got some breaking Astros news for you.
About 2 or 3 minutes ago, Astros announced they have a new general manager on board. It just happened a little quicker than Jim Crane was planning on. We'll tell you who it is straight ahead. We're also talking post-Super Bowl. What do you do after you win the MVP? Well, Patrick Mahomes is pretty busy there at Disney World today. We'll hear from Mahomes straight ahead on what that victory meant yesterday, plus how this shot brought a son and his father together again. That's coming up next in sports.